Hi, I'm Natasha Brown. I'm a writer and the author of the novels Assembly and Universality. In Universality, late one night on a Yorkshire farm, a man is brutally bludgeoned with a solid gold bar. When a plucky young journalist decides to investigate the mystery, she ends up unravelling more questions than answers. Universality opens with a magazine expose that's gone viral. It's written in the long read article style. It's pulpy and fast-paced and pretty funny, and it gets us to the bottom of the mystery, maybe. The rest of the book digs into the messy aftermath of that viral article. Each chapter dives into a different perspective from one of the mystery's key players. Using an article as a framing device allows for creating more intrigue around the narrator, what Janet Malcolm calls the journalistic eye. It's more than an omniscient perspective, it's a voice that carries incredible authority. It is the truth, which makes it really fun to destabilise within the context of fiction. Universality for me really started with the question of language, which I felt like I was exploring in my first novel, looking at individual words and how they work and how they make us feel. I really wanted to try and take a step back and write something that had a look at the people who are exceptionally good at using words and using language to create worlds, to create narratives, to create realities. And from that sort of very abstract, high-minded, I suppose, goal, it then became a lot more concrete when the central characters of Lenny and Richard really began to stand out in their central conflict. And slowly it sort of broadened out into what I'd call now quite an ensemble novel with a lot of different perspectives and characters. Lenny is maybe the anti-hero of Universality, or maybe just the bad guy, it's unclear. But she's kind of this deliciously unlikable character who starts at the edges of the novel and sort of slowly reveals herself to be at the centre of all the events. She is quite nasty in some ways, although we do see little flashes of compassion. And she's also just very funny and very sharp, and the sort of woman you sort of want to have a drink with, even if you're terrified of. Universality is a book that's really interested in the ways that people talk and write, and how the line between fiction and non-fiction, or real life and entertainment, can become blurred. Not really in the sense of autofiction, but kind of how the idea, or the school of writing new journalism, and this idea of taking novelistic techniques and applying it to non-fiction writing, can kind of create expectations when we're reading non-fiction that match up to what we expect from a novel. It's also really interested in the way that the internet has sort of heated up this phenomenon and given rise to the viral expose or article.